Hey, it is Wednesday, November 27th, day before Thanksgiving, here in rainy California today. And I want to try, we did something really fun this weekend. We had a live lesson for people that signed up to have a session with me teaching If You Could Read My Mind. But it got me thinking about doing some other things very similar, and strumming is what I want to go into now. This is going to be like I hope it's 5 minutes, my 5 minute best tips about strumming songs on the guitar. There we go. The first thing I'd like to teach people to do is strum with their fingers, not with a pick yet. We get to a pick, I'll probably get to a pick in about 30 seconds. But the first thing I want people to do is keep a very simple strumming pattern going, just doing downs with middle fingers of the right hand, your second finger and your third finger, your ring finger and your middle finger, and just practice going down across the strings and kind of snapping your fingers as you do it, just with a constant motion of downstrokes. Then a smaller upstroke, brushing your index finger up across really just the top two strings. And so a really simple 3/4 strumming pattern might be something like this: down, down, up, down, up. And get used to using the two different fingers. Then when you try that with a pick, what we're going to do with the pick is hold the pick loosely in the first place. You should only have about a third to a quarter of the tip of the pick exposed. So I'm not going to get you a big close-up in here, but I have my thumb all the way across it perpendicular to the tip, and I have my index finger pointing back in towards my thumb underneath it. So I've got a lot of flesh on the pick. And then when you do that same strum with a pick, down, down, up, down, up. And the ups should be a little smaller than the downs. Make sure that the pick is angled up when you're strumming down and down when you're strumming up, so that when you're going down, you've got it kind of pointing a little diagonally towards the ceiling, and when you come up, you turn your wrist a little bit so that it gets pulled across the strings instead of pushed across the strings. Then you just have to master a couple of really important strumming patterns. The first one I would say is just practice a song where you're what I would call the rock strum. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. That you're hitting every stroke in the measure except for the up on the and of 1. So it's down, down, up, down, up, down, up. You'd hear that in Ramblin' Man. Do, 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 do. Then we take out one of those strokes, the down on beat 3, and we have what we call the folk strum. Down, down, up, down, up. You'd hear that in Take It Easy, Tequila Sunrise, thousands and thousands of songs. So you want to master that folk strum. Let me do that again I'll play through a little bit of the chord progression to Tequila Sunrise slowly. 3, 4. The intro, we go to A minor, and maybe D7, and then back to G. But most important thing about every strumming pattern that I'm going to condense here into what I'm talking about is that your hand never stops. You would never do this. The motion is always down, up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you have 8 strokes in a measure. You don't hit all of them. In the first, in the what I call the rock pattern, we hit 7 of them. In the folk pattern, we hit 6 of them. Down, we miss the up on the and of 1. On beat 2, we do a down and an up. On 3, we miss a down and catch the up on the and. And then 4 and is just like 2. 1, 2, and 3, and 4 and. Then we have something that we use in slower songs, the ballad strum, which now we leave out we play on beat 1 and nothing else until beat 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Really important in this one that you show me beat 2. You hit beat 1, and you miss beat 2, but you keep moving. You don't do this. Even though it sounded pretty close to the same. And then what I would call the fourth category is one, if we do with our fingers, we're going to use your thumb to hit bass notes. bass down. Generally, you're going to alternate between two different bass notes. I was playing a D chord, so I went D, the fourth string, and then a down, and then the fifth string, and a down up. We'd use that in something like Teach Your Children, which has that progression I just played there. If you do that with a pick, and there you have it, my 5-minute lesson on important things in strumming. Hold the pick loosely, keep your hand moving at all times. The biggest one. When you're changing chords, if I'm playing through the chord progression to Comfortably Numb, B minor, so the ballad strum, down, rest, down, down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and. When you're changing chords, you let go of the chord on the last up. So my B minor to A, the very last stroke of B minor, I'm going to stop after it, is that. And that's to give me time to get to the A. Same thing's going to happen with the A. I'm going to let go of it and get to G. I'm going to let go of the G to get to E minor. I'm going to let go of the E minor so I get back to B minor. Okay, there you have my 5 or 6 minute review of strumming, and want to let you know to keep an eye out in your email box and here at Totally Guitars for a really exciting thing that we have coming your way on Friday. So the day after Thanksgiving, we've got some really cool stuff to share with you. Hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you got something out of it.